when the problem first started, it was at its most extreme. And as we've kind of adapted and got used to the new norm, things are normalizing a little bit. The main issue is that brands have or can often have quite broad strokes brand safety requirements. So, for example, they might say, I want to avoid any disaster or disease content. The only problem is with COVID, there's only one story in town at the moment. If you look at any news articles or really any articles, a lot of it is, it might not be about COVID itself, but it's framed through the lens of COVID. And because of that, you're going to have keywords such as COVID on the page, which means that instantly the brand safety tools are going to pick up this as being content that's not brand safe. So this was a huge problem for publishers because even though they're getting a lot of traffic at the moment, and actually, there's record levels of traffic because people are addicted to the news and constantly pressing refresh to find out what's going on. They're not able to monetize a vast majority of the content because of block lists and because of keywords such as COVID appearing in so much content.
Actually, the conversation about coronavirus and keyword blocking, I think, is such an interesting one, and one that's made a really large part of my role since the start of lockdown. Because, as Harvard mentioned, at the start of lockdown is kind of when the keyword blocking issue was at its peak, where there was so much content being created. A lot of it was related to death and injury, which is the type of content that advertisers were looking to avoid. But at the same time, there was so much other content being produced, totally unrelated to death and injury, but still related to coronavirus. For example, delays to events or cancellation to events due to coronavirus. A lot of people posting lifestyle or entertainment blogs or education blogs on how to homeschool at home, all in the context of coronavirus. And actually, as Harvard mentioned, this was a real problem and continues to be a problem to a degree for news publishers, where a number of advertisers were choosing to use blunt technologies such as keyword blocking to avoid their brand appearing against such content, and in turn were causing a large loss of revenue to publishers. So Newsworks launched a campaign, and we kind of were supportive and supported that campaign alongside. It was called the Back Don't Block campaign, and within that they highlighted the stat that news publishers were set to lose £50 million in 3 months of coronavirus, which is a staggering amount in such a short period of time. And so we have been working a lot with a number of trade bodies. So companies, trade bodies that represent the full supply chain to kind of really address this problem and change behaviors and increase learning in a very short space of time to kind of minimize this kind of knock-on side effect that we had on our industry from coronavirus.